Okay, this is recording. Clap sync. Hi, I'm Casey. I just got back from the post office, and that is a lie. I just finished getting back from the post office and exploring Ticket to Fun, the new Five Nights at Freddy's thing that just came out. It is really cool. I really like it. And I want to talk about it. I avoided spoilers. I haven't seen any of the discussion surrounding this. So some of these opinions might be fucking crazy you've never heard before, or this is the common consensus and I'm overcomplicating things. But regardless, I wanted to talk about it because I think it's cool. To me, this is like the survival logbook, right? Cough. To me, this is like the survival logbook in that it is diegetic material that totally exists in universe. I believe that the owner of it was Jeremy. Well, let's start. Okay, so I already opened it all up. I have everything out and etc. Where do I begin? It's very cute. It's very fun. It's got a little. It's got a bunch of freaking. It's got a bunch of little fucking. It's got a bunch of shit in it. It's got a big long unroll. It is presented as a care package from Fazbear Entertainment to you, a new employee at Freddy Fazbear's, right? And now immediately, the survival logbook, which is very similar, it immediately tells you who you are in this context. You're Mike. You're Michael. Mr. Afton, that guy? You know that guy. Has anybody ever called Michael Mr. Afton? Anyway. Now, immediately, we get some conflicting information. In the security logbook, it is immediately incredibly clear that, this is an item that had once belonged to Michael. And it would seem to be immediately clear in that as well, as we get a freaking paycheck. We get a physical paycheck for Jeremy Fitzgerald, November 12th. It's Jeremy's paycheck from FNAF 2. Cool. But then also, additionally, to support the FNAF 2 hypothesis, Toy Freddy is all over the shit with that, canceled real-life Freddy Fazbear's Pizza thing that they almost did. That art that gets used everywhere. It's on some tickets back there. It's on this thing. It's on these things. It's on fucking everything. You know that piece of art. So you would think, oh, it's clearly Jeremy. This is clearly set during FNAF 2. But it's not. The classic animatronics are all over it. The toy animatronics are almost nowhere to be seen. And especially relevant, there's a newspaper cutout of Michael's job listing. It even has the same red pen that we associate with Michael that was in FNAF 1, in the security logbook, etc. So is it Michael or Jeremy? I think it's Jeremy. It's totally Jeremy. But it's weird, right? Because similar to the faded text and altered text in the
security logbook, there is
blacklight text in Ticket to Fun. Cute. I like that. And you get a little fucking... Where do you put it? Fuck. You get a little blacklight flashlight to use, and it's cute and it's fun. The advertising from Fazbear Entertainment inside of the book talks about it as though it's an actual, like a flashlight. Whoa. I just had a burger. Talks about it like it's an actual flashlight, which that is very much not. Which could just be like a restrictions thing because this is a tiny little booklet. It's actually bigger than a normal book. You get my point. They couldn't afford to give you a whole fucking AA, triple grade, whatever, and every single one. Could just be a restriction, but also you would think you would mention that it's a blacklight thing, right? Which leads me to believe that it could be included separately. Editing Casey, what I meant by included separately is that the flashlight is similar to the paycheck and the newspaper clipping, in that it is not part of the Fazbear Entertainment care package given to new employees. And in all of this stuff, says Fazbear Entertainment on almost all of it. All of this shit is Fazbear Entertainment branded. Oh, fuck. Oh. Whoopsies. Almost all of the things is branded for Fazbear Entertainment, because it's meant to be diegetic. And if it's meant to be diegetic, then why does this say Five Nights at Freddy's? That's weird. Additionally, there are references to events that happened in 1985. Or not 1985, I'm dumb. References to events that happened in 1992 or 93, depending on your opinion. I think it's 92. You can think it's 93, it doesn't fucking matter. But there are references to the events of FNAF 1 in this book. Both Michael and Phone Guy's shifts are talked about in this book. Which means that it's set after, and the fact that it's talked about, and it's for a Freddy Fazbear's Pizza location, would imply that it's for the period of time before that Freddy's was closed, but after that Michael got fired. And you gotta have a security guard for that time, right? You gotta have a security guard at a Freddy's location. It's like their entire gimmick. So, I wonder who that security guard might have been. I'm getting ahead of myself. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh, this thing. It says Five Nights at Freddy. Okay. I need to slow the fuck down. This isn't scripted, and I have ADHD. I'm like bouncing off the walls. I'm very excited. This thing is very cool. Okay. So, fucking. What was I getting at? This thing. And this thing. It shows up twice, as if to, like, rub it in our face, like, hey, it's Freddy Fazbear's. Or, hey, it's Five Nights at Freddy's, not Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Woo. Right. That seems important. So, which would imply that this was given to you, that this object was received, after Help Wanted happened. And Five Nights at Freddy's became a part of Fazbear Entertainment's brand. That whole thing. Which is interesting, because that would mean that this character, Jeremy Fitzgerald, is still around after that point. The week before seems to imply that Jeremy is kind of fucking out of it after the Bite of 87, which is fair. Jeremy was the victim of the Bite of 87, by the way. Everybody believes that. Feel the need to point that out, because some people don't. Yeah. Also, it was totally Mangle. Everybody saying Withered Foxy is wrong. It was Mangle. It was totally Mangle. That's not the point. Anyway, what was I getting at? Right. So, Jeremy Fitzgerald, I have believed for a long time that he is still an important player in the modern era. A more important player than he was in the classic era, really. Where am I going with this? I need to slow the fuck down. Okay. Jeremy Fitzgerald, I believe, is Cassie's father, right? Yes. And also, I believe that, I don't know what that was. Okay. Anyway. Since we know for sure, basically for sure, that the owner of this item is the owner of this item, right? Jeremy Fitzgerald is the main character being discussed in Ticket to Fun, which is interesting. Because all the blacklight text, it's mostly pretty unserious, like, well, not necessarily unserious, but it's mostly unimportant, right? Like, it depicts the puppet standing next to, like, it depicts the puppet standing next to 5 ghost kids, or 4 ghost kids, which is clearly a reference to Give Gifts, Give Life, in which the puppet, like, helped spur on the possession of the core 4 animatronics, but not Golden Freddy, and Golden Freddy goes boo, and that's how you know Golden Freddy kind of figured out being possessed separately than the other 4. And so, you know, it's just a reference to that. It mentions wristbands, and then it does the Charlotte Emily sprite. Charlotte. It does the wristbands, and it shows you Charlie. That's cute. You know, it's cute. But most of it is unimportant. But the crossword, there's a little crossword on a unique piece of paper, implying that it's important. I really wish I knew where I put the fucking blacklight. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. in the blacklight text, there is 3 important questions that looks like 2. It's the 3. There are 3 important questions that could give us hints towards the identity of the mysterious possessor, because blacklight text, I guess I don't necessarily have evidence for that, but, like, come on. It's blacklight text. It's totally ghost bullshit. Editing Casey again. I even remember thinking about this during recording, but I completely forgot to bring it up. There actually totally is evidence that the blacklight text is meant to be ghostly. In the very same crossword that I'm thinking of, multiple of the boxes read, "It's me," which, you know, or the question is, "It's blank," and the answer is me, which is ghost bullshit. "It's me" has been associated with every ghost in the franchise. It's ghost bullshit. But the possessor of this ephemera kit, we could clue into some hints about their identity through 3 of the important questions. I should be asking for more money, which implies that whoever this ghostly figure may be is, which implies whoever this ghostly figure may be is somebody working for Fazbear Entertainment, because who underpays their employees better than Fazbear Entertainment does? I'm so good at talking. Yeah. So, by metric of that, you know, that's a hint. It's a Fazbear Entertainment employee. What was the other ones? Fuck. I wish I found that blacklight so I could check. Fuck! I remember. I totally remember. Give me a minute. I need to enter my mind palace. Our specialty. One of the questions is our specialty. The answer is pizza. Which, again, hints that it is, a fucking employee of Fazbear Entertainment. We already got that, but now we know it for sure. Yay! And then the third one is, frontal lobe lost in The Bite, or something like that. Which, you know, considering it's an employee, of which the crying child probably wasn't, but I wouldn't put it past William and Henry to be literally employing their kids just so that they can, fucking pay them less or whatever, right? But, you know, the frontal lobe being lost is something that was only actually mentioned in reference to the Bite of 87, not the Bite of 83. Which is the one everybody outside of the fandom calls the Bite of 87. Ha 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 ha. That pisses me off, by the way. Fuck you, Markiplier. Not really, I love you. But it was, clearly, the possessor of this book is the Bite of 87 victim. Jeremy Fitzgerald. This guy. But wouldn't Jeremy be alive after the Bite of 87? Isn't that the whole gimmick? Yes. But you know who isn't alive? Maskbot. Cassie's dad. And considering, wrapping it back to this thing and this thing, saying Five Nights at Freddy's instead of Fazbear Entertainment, we make that callback all the way to the thing that I mentioned offhandedly earlier, that it's fucking Jeremy. And that that Cassie's father is Jeremy, as lots of other evidence already points towards. Editing Casey, I intentionally didn't talk about the lots of other evidence for Jeremy being Cassie's father. And, you know, Cassie's father thus being the Bonnie Bully, and the Remember Jeremy from Help Wanted, blah, blah, blah. That's not the point of this video, but I think it's basically canon. Yeah. And that all of these items are from Jeremy, probably given to Cassie. Because who else would he give shit to? He doesn't have any friends. That's not true. All of his other friends are dead, or evil rabbit ladies, I think. I think Jeremy and Vanessa were friends. I wanna think Jeremy and Vanessa were friends. And considering Cassie's dad and Vanessa and Cassie and Gregory all make like this nice little clique, then I think that they were buddies. So I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be Cassie, but it's probably Cassie, who received all of this old-style Fazbear Entertainment memorabilia from her father, Jeremy Fitzgerald, who she has said is somebody who likes to collect that sort of thing. So of course he would keep his first ever paycheck all the way into the fucking 2020s, 2030s, whenever Help Wanted and Security Breach take place. Of course he would. He's that exact genre of loser. It's interesting that he kept Michael's, and he is Michael's friend, And that does make a pretty direct, a direct line of association from Vanessa to Jeremy to Michael, which is interesting. That could go somewhere. I think Michael's dead. I don't think he's Glamrock Freddy or whatever. I guess he, like, could be. That's not the point. Anyway, the owner of this cool little thing, well, I guess not the owner, the ex-owner, because he fucking died and got turned into a staff bot, which is kind of embarrassing, was Jeremy, and he had all this cool memorabilia, and he gave it to probably his daughter, but I guess it could be Vanessa or Gregory. Ain't that neat? This has no script. There isn't really a point other than, hey, there's more evidence that Jeremy is Cassie's dad. And that's cool. Everybody likes that. It's also additional Jeremy characterization. Because everybody loves Jeremy. What else should I talk about to get the fun? The recipes make a lot of cannibalism references. I don't think that's anything. I don't think Andrew Pizza is real. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of like, ooh, chunky, crimson, delicious. And like, ooh, a lot of strange meats end up in the kitchen. Make sure it's really bacon. Wink. Which is like, ooh, are they eating kids? I don't think so. I guess if you're a Cannibalism William enjoyer, then you have some food for that. Haha. Like, good for you. What else? I don't know what this thing is. Is this like a sticker? Is this like a bumper sticker? I don't know. I don't want to like peel it off the back in case it's not and I like ruin the paper. I think it's a sticker. It feels like a sticker. The art is good. I really like all the art in this book. Deanna Camaro, my goat, I'm so glad she's back. She's like my favorite artist on the FNAF team. Do you guys remember Funko Fightline? Fightline was cool. It was that little board game. Oh yeah, I have some Fightline, guys. It was that little board game, and Deanna Camaro did the illustrations on the cards, and it was cute and it was good. And the art reminds me a lot. The art in this, especially the poster art and on the sticker, just reminds me a lot of the art that she did for Fightline, which makes me happy. I think Fightline is great. I think you should play Fightline. It's good. It's cute. There's a Golden Freddy hidden in here, and he's like missing his ear like Withered Golden Freddy, and he has a bigger jaw like you see on Fredbear, which is cool. I'm glad that Golden Freddy, both in this and in the movie, is growing more often to be depicted as slightly different from normal Freddy instead of just a recolor. That's fun. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. My fucking colored pencil broke. I put the lead to the page. Is it lead? Is it wax? I think it's wax. It's wax. Sometimes oil. I put the wax to the page on the crossword with the red one, and it broke immediately. And I'm mad. That doesn't matter. I think that's everything I wanted to talk about with Fightline. Yay! Okay. I'm Casey. I said that at the beginning. I'll say it again. I don't know. What do YouTubers do? I don't know how often I'm going to be doing videos like this. I guess whenever a cool FNAF thing comes out and I have thoughts, I want it done. So if this does really good, I'll make it like a more often thing. That would be cool. If you like me, if you think I'm cool, do you like me? Do you like me? If you like me, you should like the video. And subscribe so I can do this more often. And maybe this could become a whole thing and I don't have to get a real job. Okay. Have a good day. Bye-bye.